Sometimes we have to realize NBA stars and celebrities are people just like us. Three-time NBA All-Star Gilbert Arenas was on the Pineapple Show the other day.
Gilbert Arenas, how are you doing, sir?
What the?
What's up?
Hello.
Hey, how's it going, bro?
How you doing? 9/11.
Now, I was under the impression that they knew each other at one point. The way he was in the chat, he gives a lot of money. He's a big super chatter. But from this interaction, it seems like, they're not on the best terms, or maybe they don't know each other.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I see everybody's trying to shoot their shot, but I mean, at the end of the day, we're just as important to a relationship. So I want to ask you a few questions.
Okay.
What do you think is important to a healthy relationship?
Communication, good sex, and having some type of the same goals.
Okay. Now, what do you add to that relationship?
What do I add? Support. Whatever. Why are you laughing? Whatever.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at the comments. You keep
Or sports.
Whatever you want us to do, we can go do it. I know guys don't really care about money, but I bring money. We can use my money. We can invest my money. We can do stuff with it. Then I'm affectionate. I'll take care of you. That's it.
You know what this shows is that it's not as easy for Melli to even step into the woman's seat, let alone to have an NBA player sit in the guest seat. But like the personality and stuff, she gives dating advice and tips, but I would say she's coming across a little less than ideal. Let me just say that respectfully.
Make sure you're happy. You're taking notes.
So how much do you make a year?
Ooh, I wish we had a soundboard right now.
I'm not gonna reveal that, but 100 plus.
Okay. Hey, so what is your real name?
Melanie.
Okay.
What?
Thank you for that. I like what you had to say. So you can hit me in my DM, right? I like your style. Hit me in my DM so I can,
Wait, why am I hitting you in your DMs? You're the one shooting. Why am I coming to your DMs?
I wasn't shooting my shot. I was looking for a mate.
Okay.
So that you means you're the prize, not me.
I think we're both the prize, right?
Okay.
I
know you want because you expressed it. Now I wanted to see what you had to offer a man like myself.
Okay. What do you offer?
A lot.
Okay, a lot. Like what?
To be honest, I'm not the guest right now. Maybe if I'm up there.
What do you mean? We are trying to date and see if we're compatible. So why can't I ask you those questions?
On the next episode of.
So we can get to know that once you hit me in my DM.
I won't hit you in your DM. So if you don't DM me, that's what it is.
Pro athletes be lame and awkward as hell. They used to get by on genetics. I don't know if genetics has a lot to do with this, but yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, it's been said that athletes don't need to have game, you know what I mean? Because, you literally, you got your name plastered on your jersey. Yeah, especially basketball players, your face is visible, so people recognize you. Women are actually going into clubs knowing who these athletes are, and, it makes it easy. You do get into a place where you don't have to come out of your comfort zone, especially, Gilbert has been retired for a couple years. So a lot of people might not be as familiar with him, but knowing his internet presence as it is, he's still around. And so I think some women would be aware who he is, but not Melli Monaco.
How many minutes I got left?
1 minute.
1 minute. Anything to say, Melli?
What is it?
Do you have anything to say?
No. No, you say you won't hit me, I won't hit you, then it's a dead end.
Let's go, Gil. I've been waiting for this connection. So apparently this is the cameo everybody's been waiting on.
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody say he thinks he's high value.
Jesus, the comment section. All right, so Mel, I'm gonna put you on the spot. What is your critique? Yep, and don't hold back. Don't hold back. We need clips. All right, no, I'm just playing. But what's your critique though?
Okay, my critique, I like the lighting. I can see his face, the phone or whatever he's using. The camera is not moving. He looks clean. He came prepared, taking notes, which I don't know how I feel about that. It makes me maybe a little nervous. I'm like, why? Oh, you want a pineapple me or yourself? That's what you do.
No.
Well, get the
So he paid to pineapple Melli, I guess, to strike first, instead of being pineappled, which, could have happened. Which is funny because, a lot of these women on here are quick to pineapple a dude. And I imagine Melli in the past has been very quick on the draw as well with the pineapples. So he paid for the privilege to get it off first. That's why I told you he's funny, man. But I don't know if it's enough in this case. This kind of took an awkward turn.
out of here, then pineapple him. May him leave.
Jesus.
No,
Well, that's
no,
what women can't stand is
1 minute.
rejection.
he came prepared, taking notes, which I don't know how I feel about that. It makes me maybe a little nervous. I'm like, why? Oh, you want a pineapple me or yourself? That's what you do.
No.
Well, get the fuck out of here, then pineapple him. May him leave.
Jesus. That's all right. He probably talks to women how most women talk to men. You know what I mean?
I mean, I hear, but if you're not humble, there is no way you get with me. You have to be humble. And like he said, oh, if I go after you, that means you're the prize. I'm like, I believe we're both the prize. So somebody got to do it. And I feel that since you are the man, I want you to come at least get me, at least holler real quick. I'm not
Right.
saying you got to do the whole thing, but you got to show me your interest.
So yeah, what do y'all think about that? I will give Gilbert Arenas his credit as a Washington Wizards fan. Also, he's also realizing that he is one of the funniest NBA players or former players that's on the internet right now. So I give No Chill Gil all the credit in the world. But the Pineapple Show is a different beast. And those of you who don't know what the Pineapple Show is Show is hosted by the lovely Melli Monaco, someone that I've interacted with on numerous occasions. The Pineapple Show literally has the distinction of being one of the most awkward dating shows out here. Because of the nature of how the Pineapple Show is set up, it's basically men are calling in to talk to usually an Instagram model, and it's rapid fire. If she doesn't like him, for whatever reason, if she woke up on the wrong side of the bed, if he has his shirt off, if she's just not into him for whatever reason, or she wants to break the record for rejecting men at 100 miles an hour, she can say the word pineapple. The Pineapple Show is very divisive online. A lot of men think it's a waste of time, or that it's something that a lot of men think it's flipping the tables and giving women too much power in the decision-making in relationships. And a lot of people just take it for what it is, entertainment. The interesting thing about the Pineapple Show, and I realize Gilbert has been doing his research because he's been there a couple times. Like I said, he's been in the comments. He's been giving super chats. I was surprised to see him when I was just popping in to see what was going on over there. But the Pineapple Show was a game show, literally. Like, the men who go up there, you have to be willing to play the game. You have to be willing to entertain the girl or show some type of spark or energy that will stand you out from the crowd. Gilbert Arenas is 41 years old. He's 6'4", and he's a millionaire. He's got a lot of options that a lot of guys coming onto the Pineapple Show don't have. So the fact that he's even entertaining this type of forum, or whatever reasons, I like how Melli thinks she was slick. She made this a practice show, so she was talking about people's lighting and situations, because she was talking about the mistakes that a lot of men make when they go onto the Pineapple Show. Now, I was gonna say I was very, I think it's interesting because the show is kind of a social experiment in a way. It's a social experiment to see how cruel some of these women can be. And then it's a social experiment to see how strong a man can be. Because you got to have balls to go up there. And that's what I would say to the critics of the Pineapple Show, is that you can't criticize the Pineapple Show if you don't have the balls to actually go up there and be on stage. Be up there and call in. You don't have no right to criticize anybody that goes on there, because you fall underneath of what they're doing. Because honestly, being on the Pineapple Show, it's not a bad red badge of courage. It's not a stat. It's not a flex necessarily. When you're in a situation that might not be ideal, you might be able to go into battle and actually come out victorious. I think the odds are not in your favor. But this is what I talk about all the time. You can't be afraid of rejection. And I think a lot of people that are afraid of this style and afraid, because it's some beautiful women on there. I'm not even going to lie. You should never be afraid to take an opportunity to speak to a beautiful woman. I think where Gilbert kind of went wrong was that he made this an interview. And, Melli, though she was the guest today, she still has the ultimate power on the show. Not that you need to kiss her ass, but you need to at least be cordial enough to get to the finish line with her so that you can then get the conversation going offline. The idea of the Pineapple Show is to get the conversation going offline. I don't care how you get there. It could be crazy, but you gotta figure out how to get there. There's guys that come on there rapping and singing and stuff, and it's actually been effective. It made the girls laugh, and they've been able to have a conversation further. I don't know if it's materialized into anything. That might not be the goal of it. The goal might just be for the promotion. But you got to be clear on what your reason is for going up there. Do you really want to talk to Melli? Do you really want to talk to one of these IG models? Or do you just want to promote your show? Or do you want to get some exposure of some kind? Because a lot of people do that too. Melli Monaco has 630,000 subscribers. To have an opportunity to get in front of that kind of audience, if you are a content creator, is probably golden. You're not going to get that opportunity that often. Not without paying, or not without being already established yourself. So there's that part of it as well. Because trust and believe, a lot of the women that go on there, they are promoting something as well. They're promoting their OnlyFans. So as a man, you might as well get something out of it yourself. You need to go in there with a plan, obviously. The plan is to either gain subscribers or followers from being so charming, or being so funny, or being so player. There's something to be said for that status as well, because if you have this status, a lot of times the women will respond to you differently. That is something I did notice. And Gilbert Arenas, though he is an NBA player, he's not necessarily a YouTuber, content creator in that way. He's a podcaster, but he's not that way. So I would be interested to see if Gilbert went after one of the other young ladies on the show. But, a lot of people want the big prize, which is the host. Long story short, never be afraid to fail. Never be afraid to embarrass yourself, because fortune favors the bold. You're not going to get anything by playing nice. You're not going to get anything by being afraid. And in fact, don't listen to anybody who's got criticism of you if they are not willing to stand on doing what you're willing to do. So I thought it was interesting. I thought it was hilarious. I'm glad Gilbert Arenas did it. You know what I mean? Like I said, he's a practical joker too. But he sounded like he had some serious questions. He might have been interested, but the interaction just wasn't there. That's what I'm saying. It was dry between him and Melli. And that's a criticism of Melli. You know what I'm saying? All due respect. Shout out to Melli Monaco. Shout out to the Pineapple Show. Shout out to Gilbert Arenas, No Chill Gil, and 9/11 Baby Goat. It was a good show. Good clip. But anyway, if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. Hit the bell notification for all uploads. If you want to see more, click one of these videos down below. This is Faucette Media.